going, everyone? It's Liam Carlson here with another episode of Supernatural. We're on episode 6 of season 4, where we have just come off the Monster Mash. What a chaotic episode last time was. It was just really, really amazing, and an episode that I felt like its levity was pretty much needed, I would say, considering the past several episodes have been an emotional roller coaster, which I'm sure is going to continue with this episode onwards. We needed that little bit of levity that the last episode provided. Only Dracula can go off against the pizza guy, and the pizza guy becomes a bit more of a daunting presence, right? So yeah, but this episode, I was told on Patreon, so thank you very much for this comment, about the fact that I believe that this episode has a mid-credit scene. So I don't think it's anything too spoilery. That's the kind of vibe that I got, that it was just something I had to watch out for, otherwise I'd be kicking myself for not noticing it. So yeah, I'm just throwing that out there, that I will be paying attention to the mid-credit scene. So yeah, so with that said, let's get into this episode of Supernatural, episode number 6 of season 4. Let's go. Dean? Oh, I think I've seen this film before. Oh no. Look, Yorkshire Terriers are no joke, okay?
Any blockages in any of the major arteries. Oh, it looks pretty damn healthy. Hold it a second, would you?
Oh!
Sorry. Spleen juice.
Yummy.
You know the rest.
Hello. How many of, I'm wondering how much time to sanitize.
So why the feds give a crap?
Especially,
You don't really think there's a case
2020.
Here? No, it's probably nothing.
Don't be scared of Donnie. He's a sweetheart.
That's what
It's
they all
Marie
say.
You gotta look out for. She smells fear.
Oh no. To be fair, I don't blame you, Dean. But something's up with Dean.
You hear something?
EMF's going off. Wait. To Dean? It's going off to Dean.
Am I haunted? Am I haunted?
Dude, look at this.
See, Bobby and I have a theory about that too. Turns out all 3 victims shared a certain personality type. Frank was a bully. The other 2 victims, one was a vice principal, the other was a bouncer.
Okay. Basically, if you're a
Basically,
dick.
they were all dicks.
Yeah.
You say I'm a dick? No. It's not just that. All 3.
It's not playing well for him. Gonna cry. Oh, Bully McGraw is now affecting Dean. Poor Dean. Oh.
What the? We've been completely ignoring the biggest clue we have. You.
I don't want to be a clue.
The abrasions, the disease, it's trying to tell us something.
Those what, wood chips?
Exactly.
Not something you'd like to cough up. Really fucks your throat up, doesn't it?
Oh, I'm not carrying that. It could go off.
Oh, Dean! Oh.
I'll man the flashlight.
You do that.
Sam's low-key, like, being humoured here. Of course, serious stakes are on the line, but the uncharacteristic nature for Dean is just kind of humorous. Kinda.
That was scary.
Oh, he's bolting! He's bolting! He's off! Oh no. Poor Dean. Oh, Dean. Oh.
Those FBI guys.
What do they want?
A file, Luther Garland's. Sheriff?
Coming back. Yeah, yeah. Oh my god! No! Not the fucking. No, not the. No! Checks out.
Those are real. Obviously. You would pretend to be an FBI agent, huh? That's just nutty.
Good!
Jesse O'Brien. Her man Frank killed Luther. Everybody knew him. They just don't talk about it. Jesse was a receptionist.
He had a fixation on Jesse, and then Frank just.
She was always real nice to Luther. He had a crush on her. Frank did. Turns out the old gal killed herself. But Frank didn't know that.
Oh, so he took that as a misinterpretation and thought that Luther had something to do. Oh, shit. That really does play on that paranoia, though.
Hey, Sam? Huh? Seriously? I mean, do you actually like being stuck in a car with me 8 hours a day, every single day?
Oh,
I don't think so.
Dean.
I mean, I drive too fast, and I listen to the same 5 albums over and over and over again, and I sing along. I'm annoying, I know that. And you're gassy. You eat half a burrito and you get toxic. I mean, you know what? You can forget it.
Oh,
Dean, where you go?
Dean,
Stay away from me,
he's,
Sam,
he's,
okay?
he's just.
Because I am done with it.
He's even got a nice little bow.
I looked everywhere for you, Dean.
My brother, you evil son of a bitch!
No one's possessing me, Dean. This is what I'm going to become.
Shit.
This is what I want to become.
Okay, this is where it's. This is where it starts getting not so.
Hey, Dean.
There we
Hey,
go.
Dean.
Where's Dean?
Homesick.
Stop it, Dean! Dean!
Oh, this isn't helping.
So, have his hallucinations started yet?
You can read Japanese?
Kimi no kumareru mai kara zutto da yo.
Guess so.
Bobby is full of
Anyway,
surprises.
this book lists a kind of ghost. It could be
Never
our guy.
ceases to amaze me.
It infects people with fear. It's called a buru buru.
See how to kill it?
Oh.
Same as usual. Burn the remains.
Oh no, this ain't a hallucination.
Sheriff? What are you doing?
Why are you
Fia.
looking into Luther Garland's
Fia.
Hey, you're sick. You're sick, all right? Just like me, okay? You gotta relax.
Relaxing is an option for him.
friend. So he made a mistake.
Oh, his heart's gonna give out. Yeah, shit.
Get away from me!
Al, you gotta calm down.
Get back!
Shit. I mean, that's not going to help Dean's mentality here.
Hi, Dean.
Oh, hell no.
No.
Yes, it's me, Lilith.
Yeah, no
I
thank
missed you
you.
so much.
You can go away.
It's time. What's the matter, Dean? Don't you remember all the fun you had down there?
Yeah, I think you need to relook your definition of fun,
4
little
months
girl.
is like 40 years in hell. Like doggy years. And you remember every second.
Oh. You are not real.
He's already had one heart scare back in season 1. It's not happening again. Deja vu is not always a blessing, is it?
So what did you see near the end? I mean,
Oh, besides a cop beating my ass?
seriously.
Are we gonna open? Oh!
Howler monkeys. The whole room full of them.
There you go.
These things creep the
Walls
hell out
up.
of me.
Right.
Oh my goodness. This is great. Excuse me. You're killing it. You're doing amazing, sweetie. These, like, Jensen and Jared are just absolutely mental, but that was just great. They took the opportunity with the Eye of the Tiger and decided to just go extra. I love them. That was worth it. That was worth it in terms of the, I guess, mid-credit sequence. I don't know what I was expecting. I was thinking, okay, it's going to be some kind of tease for the future or something like that. No, it was just Jensen. It was just Jensen just having the time of his life, really. So, not what I would have expected, but am I disappointed? Hell no. So, oh man. I mean, this cast, I mean, I'm like, what, 50 odd episodes in for Supernatural entirely. This cast just never ceases to amaze me in terms of how chaotic they can be, and it was just glorious. So, but this episode was like it's funny because it had its mixture of like sincerity, but also humor as well. Like, it was kind of comical in a sense, seeing how like especially with the locker situation, with how Dean was getting erratic, but at the same time it was also very, very, like, especially with some of the things that he is naturally worried about getting intertwined in there. And it is a very, very very scary situation that Dean finds himself in. So, you know, you do feel for him, but also there are moments where it's just really, really nuts. Like, even things that contradict Dean's danger, like, well, I wouldn't say danger, like, especially in terms of motels, but in terms of how uncharacteristic it is for Dean, like, to, you know, not arm himself or all that jazz. Yeah. So, great episode, though. Yeah, that episode really had its mixture of humor and sincerity there, especially when it got to, I think the Yorkshire Terrier bit onwards was definitely where things got a lot more serious and I guess emotional, really, for Dean's sake, especially in regards to hell. And there is that, of course, fear about the prospect of potentially returning there. as well as Sam. And even without the, I guess, sickness, we've seen Dean express his worries about Sam and who he might become. But with this sickness, it kind of amplifies things, doesn't it? With the fact that he hallucinated yellow eyes and it's interesting because I can kind of draw parallels, especially when he confronts, where he hallucinates Sam as yellow eyes. I can kind of draw parallels to Dream a Little Dream of Me. I've just uploaded that onto YouTube as well, so where of course you had Dean confront the very thing that he fears he would become, especially with the ticking clock on his back. So there are kind of parallels there in terms of what Sam could become because of the fact that whereas I guess there is still that notion of returning to hell is still a bit of a prospect for him. But there is a lot of a greater worry, I would say, with Sam this season, where you even have Castiel talk about the fact that if you don't stop him, we will. But seeing Sam as, I mean, even without the sickness, he's expressed his concerns with Sam. But with this sickness, it kind of amplifies things to the point where he envisions Sam as yellow eyes and Sam goes down this darker route. So you can kind of draw... I mean, there were quite a few parallels to quite a few episodes, I would say, all across the board. But I feel like in that sequence alone, where he went to where he confronted Sam and Sam was all dark and all of that, you can get flashbacks to episode 10 of season 3 where Dean was seeing a version of himself under a darker path, under a more demonic path. And it's the same with Sam, really. So and I feel like it will sting a lot more in a sense because he is supposed to look out for Sam, and not just that though, but I've expressed my views about the fact that if the higher ups are going to get involved in the matter of dealing with Sam, it's going to get a lot more vicious, I would say. So, yeah. But, like I said, from that moment on, I think the laughs kind of stopped, didn't it? Whereas it was kind of humorous prior to, I guess, the whole Yorkshire Terrier thing. So, yeah. But, I mean, that's a mixed bag, really, as well, itself, in terms of your reception on it. Because at the end of the day, it's a Yorkshire Terrier. Although they can be little buggers. So, yeah. But, also, there are references, of course, to him being chased by the... I mean, even the, I guess, opening of this episode kind of reflected from the last episode of season 3. And like I said, it's a mixed bag because, yeah, it might be just a Yorkshire Terrier, just your standard Yorkshire Terrier. Nothing sinister about this Yorkie. It's just a dog. But for Dean, there's a lot of trauma there. And not just that, though, but we are still yet to deal with Dean's trauma in a very, very extensive detail. I mean, obviously, they're not going to just straight away rush through Dean's trauma. They're going to be taking their time to build on it and all of that. We're not exactly going to gloss over Dean's pain. And even then, in this episode, there are little sprinkles of Lilith telling Dean about his experiences in hell, goading him in terms of, oh, didn't you have fun, etc. But as I feared, the time on, I guess, the material on Earth, etc., is going to be a lot different to the time in hell. Because that's usually the case. Hell, you usually experience it a lot longer. Like it will feel like more of an eternity than it would from above. And you know, I don't think that was a matter of exaggeration or whatever. It was legit that it was like 40 years for Dean in hell. So 40 years of that torment. That's that is longer than how Dean has lived, really, in terms, because I think he's around closing to close to 30. At this point, he's close to 30, but still 40 years of experiencing torment. It's definitely gonna invoke some trauma to you. So, we are not obviously done we are not obviously glossing over Dean's trauma, nor are we nor are we having the nor are we I guess whittling down on the meat of Dean's trauma, I guess you could say. We're just having a little bit of sprinkles to the point where Dean has to open up. When that time comes, it's going to hit us like a train. So, yeah, but I mean, Dean is, and it's not just that though, but it wouldn't make sense if we just quickly just jumped in terms of into Dean's trauma. Dean is a character who likes to put these walls up. I mean, he even did so at the end of this episode. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, there is a mixed bag in this episode in terms of Dean's trauma or Dean's paranoia in this episode, should I say? Because there are sprinkles of that sadness. Like even when he was talking about why are we doing this, etc. There are like, I don't know. I was even in a mixed bag there because yeah, there is a full exaggeration in terms of Dean and what he is doing, because usually obviously this is not a thing that really phases him, but in this episode that's thrown out the window completely. To the point where he's like, well, why are we doing this? I mean, hunting ghosts, etc. So yeah, but like I said, there was some very fun moments in terms of Dean's paranoia as well. Like even like the height of the motel, etc. And I think the elephant in the room, or the kitty in the room, should I say? Dean being scared of the cat. Like I think the reaction was just perfect. It was just really, really great stuff. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, I think this episode worked really well because it wasn't like a carbon copy of the last episode in terms of the tone, where it was just hysterical all throughout. There were funny moments, but they didn't shy away from sprinkling in that honesty, really, in terms of or validity, should I say, in terms of Dean's fear, really, because there are quite a few things, even if you strip away that sickness, that Dean legit is worried about, like the prospect of returning to hell, what Sam might become, etc. So yeah, I really, really loved it, but yeah, it was really, really great stuff. And, there is that kind of sympathetic side for Luther as well, because of the fact that he was the freak, wasn't he, in this backstory, and a lot of people just decided to bully him to the point where his targets were those who were jerks, really. So and you even had the sheriff cover up the cover up the murder of what happened. So yeah, but there was, at the end of the day, that fear was prominent with Frank, because of the fact that he thought that something happened and Luther was to blame. So, but even then, like I said, there is a little bit of that sadness there, like with Dean's situation. There is a lot of, quite a bit of sadness to the fear, because Luther didn't mean any harm, and there is that kind of unfortunate circumstance with Jessie killing herself, there was that kind reception that Jessie presented to Luther, because of the fact that and especially with the fact that everyone was very resentful. So, and with the sadness to Luther's story there being the freak, came the fear as well, because of what Frank kind of suspected. So it matched onto to Dean's situation, where there is sadness to the fear that consumed him. So yeah, But yeah, I really also love, like I said, the end piece with Jensen doing the Eye of the Tiger was great. It was just great. Like I said, I wasn't sure what to expect in regards to when I was told about there is a mid-credits sequence, and I'm like, okay, is this going to be I guess a little bit of a stinger for the next episode or whatever? Is someone going to return maybe, or I don't know. No, it was just Jensen. It was just Jensen being a complete doofus, and we love to see it. So yeah. Obviously with the bloopers, I am aware with how Jensen and Jared are just are just pure chaos, but this was just really, really great stuff. So yeah, but overall this was a pretty neat episode. Like I said, there was some great fun moments, but there was also some sadness involved sprinkled in there. So yeah, but overall I enjoyed going through this one. So yeah, but until then, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!